Hello, this is my answer to the video Tough Questions for Christians number 1. And in the following, we see the initial position of that video.
Let's imagine I'm sitting at home watching videos on YouTube and I look out the window and watch you hit my car. Now here's the catch. You don't know whose car it is.
Now you say the catch is that I don't know whose car it is. I'd go a bit further and say there are two more catches that are even more serious in nature than that. The first catch would be
That I decided I'm going to give you 24 hours to specifically ask me for forgiveness.
and the second additional catch is
And if you don't, I'm going to light you on fire and burn you to death.
now let's see what possibly could happen next.
You know you've done something wrong, you know that you dented the car, and you go around to everybody who you think owns the car and you ask them to forgive you, you apologize, but you don't make it to me.
At this time, let me suggest something else happens. I think the driver who dented your car gets out of his car, realizes he's done something wrong, and he looks around and he doesn't realize he's being watched. He doesn't realize he's being filmed by you. So he thinks he gets away with that and gets back in his car and drives on. And he wouldn't ask someone for forgiveness.
Now how does this relate to God? Well, in life, we sin. We know that. Everyone does something wrong. Everyone does things wrong every single day. We're aware of that.
This is exactly the point I want to make with my answer here. Although we know we're sinners, although we have broken every command, we're not seeking the one whose commands we've broken. Instead, we choose to be agnostic, because that's probably easier, because when we're agnostic, we can pretend there's no God. If there's no God, we have broken no command, and therefore we're free to go on denting cars in a way. Now let me address that next statement of yours.
So you must request forgiveness from God within your lifetime. By the time He confronts you about the sins or about the wrongs you've committed, it's too late. You're already going to be judged. The sentence has already been decided.
Okay, relating that statement to your car is something like you see someone denting your car, he realizes he dented your car and doesn't bother asking you for forgiveness. And he goes on, drives on. What you're doing is you step out of your house very fast and stop him from driving away. You confront him with his denting your car, and of course you will say, I'm sorry, by the way, forgive me. And would you not say, you're a hypocrite? I don't actually believe you really mean it. Now you will probably reply with something like, okay, but that person didn't try to drive away. Instead, he chose to find you in order to ask you for forgiveness. Unfortunately, he was unable to find you.
You know you've done something wrong. You know that you dented the car, and you go around to everybody who you think owns the car and you ask them to forgive you, you apologize, but you don't make it to me.
Now here is what I believe. If you see that person looking for you as the owner of your car, but you will realize he doesn't find you, you will get out of your house and shout at him and ask, are you looking for me? I'm the owner of the car. And then he will say, yes, actually, yes I am. I just entered your car and I wanted to ask for your forgiveness, which you might or might not grant. Now the analogy with God here is, if God sees somebody on earth really looking for him because he realizes he's broken God's commands, I'm pretty sure God will let him himself be found by that person.